Merrill's obviously a guy who's had some success against you guys in the past. What makes him so hard to defend?
He's a good player. He can score on all three levels. He doesn't really need a lot of space, and they run their offense through him, so it's a tough cover.
We saw you come off the bench. You hit a couple of threes. Are you starting to get more used to being able to come off and be able to shoot, maybe come in a little bit cold?
Definitely developed a confidence in my role on this team, so I'm comfortable with that. And whatever the team needs me to do to help win games, I'll do.
Isaiah, was the frustrating part tonight is that it wasn't until late you could pair strong defensive stance with a good offensive possession, or vice versa?
Absolutely. That was a big part of the game, not getting consistent stops, and that's something that we've definitely prided ourselves on this season is turning over that new leaf and being able to get stops on a consistent basis. And whenever we were able to, I felt like we made the game extremely competitive, and we just got to be more consistent on that end.
It's just compounded because you had stretches where you were really good on defense, but the offensive set probably wasn't what you wanted.
Right.
It felt like the offense seemed rushed at times.
Right, yeah.
Was that just makes it more frustrating?
Yeah, but at the same time, Coach always says, on to the next play. So little things like that we can't dwell on. We just got to learn from it and move on.
People are looking at you guys like serious contenders. Why should this loss not change that for you guys?
We know what we're capable of. Like Coach was saying in the locker room, that's a tournament team right there, and we played them step for step, and it wasn't a lot of plays that changed the game. It was just a few. So we're just going to take this one, learn from it, and head down to Laramie and focus on winning that game.
Like you said, how do you use this to kind of go back? When you look at film, what are you looking for to reverse maybe this?
We're not really obviously we'll watch film tomorrow and go over what we did and did right and did wrong. But after tonight, we're going to change our focus to Wyoming and move on. Thank you.
Tough loss. I mean, that was a big game, tough loss. There's a lot of things that come to mind. I thought our guys played hard, but I was never worried about that. But playing hard isn't good enough. That's just kind of the price of admission, like we talk about. And I thought you needed to play at a much higher level for longer periods of time. I thought a couple things stood out to me. I thought in the first half, obviously they got going quickly, but I thought in the first half offensively we were really out of character there at times. I thought as we started to settle in and get some stops, I thought we really looked like we were in a hurry. In transition and some of our stuff, we were almost trying to make 10-point plays, it looked like at time, and it just kind of sped up. And then I thought in the second half, obviously I thought we were really good offensively. I think we shot almost 67%. I thought we were doing a nice job of attacking, but defensively, I think they were 11 for 15 from 2 in the second half, and obviously Merrill had 32 on 18 shots. And I thought there were just some critical plays out there that we fell asleep twice on a baseline out of bounds situation where we just weren't alert. It wasn't anything crazy. We just weren't alert. And first play of the second half, we score, we come down, we're kind of backpedaling, and we're not ready for just a simple spread ball screen, and Merrill comes off and drills it. I get other ones that come to mind, but you got to play. That's a beat NCAA tournament team again. We'll see how it shakes down, but I certainly think they're one with all their pieces, and to win that kind of a game, you got to play at a really high level for long periods of time. And you're not talking about 10, 15 plays. You're talking about 5 or 6 more plays that you just have to make to do it. And, we gave ourselves a chance there at the end, but it's just too big of a hole to dig out of.
Is that the lesson you try to get your team to draw on most, is it's those 5 plays that get you from close to over the hump?
I think, you go back and you lose a game like this, kind of have opportunity to really look at, look at this, right here, we're right there. We got to, be a little bit smarter. We got to be a little bit more alert, stay connected on defense, maybe a couple of bad shots that, we've been so good at, making the extra pass or moving it one more. And I think it's just a couple plays here or there. And, when you're going to play a game like this, there's not going to be any margin for error, in a lot of these games. And it's going to be that way down the stretch for us. And clearly for every team, when you go into the Mountain West tournament there. I mean, those are high-level games, and you're never going to play perfect. You're going to make mistakes, but the reality of it is you can only make so many.
Obviously, Merrill's a super talented guy, but does it make it even that much harder to defend him with other weapons and the ball movement they have?
For sure. I mean, that's the thing, and it's I gotta look at the film again too. I thought there were a couple right there where we let him get going, and then he makes some tough shots like he always does. But what they do such a good job of is they keep moving without the ball. I think a kid like Bean, he's so unheralded, but he moves, he cuts. I mean, he puts so much stress on your defense that way because he just plays so well without the basketball. And obviously, Kate is low. We got him in foul trouble a little bit, but they're a smart team and they're really connected that way. And yeah, I mean, when Merrill's got it going like that, they're very, very difficult to defend. But we just got to be better.
You mentioned that Cater got in foul trouble. I think there was about 10 minutes of game action where he was off the floor. Do you kind of see that as like where the game was won? You weren't really able to cut the gap there?
Maybe. I mean, I think that was a critical, time for us where we didn't, maybe we, looking back on it, as a coach, probably could have done something a little bit different, defensively during that stretch. Maybe that could have helped us when I look at myself in the mirror. But they got a lot of good players too. But yeah, I mean, that was a key stretch for us. But you know what? I mean, we made the run. I think we cut it to 2 one other time. They made a little run. We went there at the half, and then I mean the shot that Merrill made over Nico from deep. You tell Nico, hey, you got to make him dribble, but I don't know how deep it was. I can't remember off the top, but from my vantage point, heck, it looked like Nico almost blocked it. You know what I mean? I swear it looked like he almost got a fingertip on it, and like, boy, if that comes off right there, man, and we get the rebound, I mean, we're going, and I mean, obviously that was the shot of the game.